The hunter have become the hunted. I want to use this medium to beg each and every one of my fans out there, please do not get tired of any message that is coming repeatedly, because the more the information come out, the more we bring it to the notice of the general public, and most especially anyone who have poked their eyes, or rather who have choked their eyes in one way or the other in our Biafran struggle. Their message should not irritate you. Please, I beg you. And please, before I forgot, it always escaped my mind. I want to also use this medium to thank all of you, I repeat, all of you that wished me a happy birthday on my special day, on the day I reincarnated again. I want to say that may my God bless you beyond what you are expecting. In this 2026, my brother, my sister, as you take out your time, use your data to type happy birthday to Okulora. My brother, now so all the hosts of heaven, or the God of Chukwuokiabiama, or rather my God, the Chukwuokiabiama, Oyapremiyenine, must surely flog you with unmerited favors and blessings. If there's any gap on my message this morning, please deal with it. Bigo, I can't come and kill myself. After all, I know be graduate. So what am I trying to say here? Malami has become a thorn on our flesh. In fact, where we are today, Malami is the one that put us there. So each time I saw a message of Malami, I'm always reading it with overjoy. And I want you watching it, also watch it with overjoy. Look at the headline. It said, DSS is monitoring Kuje prison, plotting to rearrest me. And the message, he made mention of people are trampling upon his right as a citizen. This is the man who is right abuser. The man who never obey or even adhere to the rule of law. Most of all these idiots who call themselves SANs, even when they are not merited to have that post or that title, but simply because who you know matters most, not what you know, who you know. So they keep on giving them all these titles that they are not merited. How can you tell me that in your own law is different from other international practicing countries about law? That in your own have only discharge, can never be acquitted. Now you are crying that the EFCC refuse your bail. Refuse you your bail after you have met all the whole bail conditions. Now so the thing they be now. The hunter have become the hunted, and chicken have returned home to roast. So this is a headline of this message. DSS is monitoring me in Kuje prison to arrest me. Malami cries out. Trump's interest now is very clear. If this guy no bring what would I call it, calamity upon that note, this guy will never rest. The so-called Bashar Ahmed, ex-head to Muhammadu Buhari, he said the Trump's interest is now very clear. Bashar Ahmed reacts to U.S. crude deal with Venezuela. Okay, another one here is that false, reckless, and misleading. According to Malami, he denies attempt to influence judge. Oh, Abi, the same Malami, I say you people should not get tired. Another one said, court orders interim forfeiture of 57 Malami-linked properties to federal government. Full list is down there. We are going to read everything the way it is. It is to the joy of the Biafrans that see Malami in this position. Let them know that power is transcendent. That you are Odogu today does not mean that tomorrow nobody will arise to become that same Odogu, or rather find you that place you think that you are the only man that can ever get there. You are Attorney General of the Federation, but now you are ex. Now your matter are being treated just like a commoner. Che, I don't blame the Adeyanju who said Malami now is being treated like he never anything in Nigeria. Anyway, my people, I beg, let us just join hands to read this message. And as you are watching, kindly like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social media handles. And my God must surely follow you to solve all your problems. I always use this word because I want the best for all my fans. At least each time we appear live, you can be able to give something. Because as again, the hand that giveth it must also receive. You give, you receive. It is give and take. Okay, let's go straight to the reason why we are here. Good morning to all of you. The office of the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami SAN, has raised concerns over an alleged plan by government security agencies to rearrest him immediately after his release on bail from Kuje prison. In a statement issued on Wednesday and signed by his special assistant on media, Mohammed Bello Doka, the office said it had been reliably informed that fresh arraignments were underway to rearrest Malami despite a subsisting bail order granted by a court of competent jurisdiction. They are still crying. According to the statement, the development raises grave concerns about due process, the rule of law, and the personal safety. The statement further alleged that operatives of the Department of State Service (DSS) have mounted surveillance at Kuje Correctional Service Facility and were on standby to effect the rearrest of what we are described as trumped up and unrelated charges. It claimed that intelligence available to Malami's office indicated that the move was aimed at ensuring his continued detention despite compliance with bail conditions. What is good for the gander, or rather what is good for the goose, is also good for the gander. Malami, deal with it. The statement recalled that weeks earlier, a high court of the Federal Capital Territory had granted bail to Malami, but the order was allegedly, according to him, not honored by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, which reportedly declined to effect his release. This pattern of granting bail on paper while preparing fresh arrests to ensure continued detention represents a grave assault on constitutional safeguard and an abuse of state power, the statement said. All these things they are reading out is what Malami did to people, including our own leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One good turn deserves another. Karma arise so quick. Okay, moving forward. Malami's office warned that the safety of the former minister, his family, and the staff was under serious threat, adding that any act of intimidation, unlawful detention, or harm will have to be accounted for by those responsible. We therefore place it clearly on record that the safety of Abubakar Malami, SAN, his family, and his staff is under serious threat, the statement combined. The former Attorney General's office stressed that Malami had consistently demonstrated respect for the rule of law and remained willing to submit himself to all lawful judicial process, which is a lie. It called on relevant authorities, the legal community, civil society organizations, and the international community to monitor the situation and prevail on security agencies to act strictly within the confines of the law. What is being demanded is nothing more than obedience to court orders, fairness, and the constitutional protection as guaranteed to every citizen, the statement added. The office said further updates will be communicated as developments unfold. And we're not going to read this Bashar Ahmed's message. We have nothing to do with it, so get out of here. Okay, false, reckless, and misleading. Malami denies attempt to influence the judge on his matter. All these things that happened yesterday. Former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, SAN, has denied claims that anyone connected to him attempted to bribe or improperly influence the presiding judge, Justice Emeka Nwite, in his ongoing trial. He says it's a false. Malami described the allegations as mischievous, false, and deliberately misleading. Nigeria News reports that the denial followed a ruling on Wednesday by the Fulani Federal High Court, sitting in Maitama, Abuja, which granted bail to Malami, his wife, and son. In the aftermath of the ruling, Malami said efforts circulated by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission suggested that Justice Nwite had raised concerns over attempts to compromise the court. Claims he said were wrongly framed to tarnish his own reputation. In a statement signed by his special assistant on media, Mohammed Bello Doka, the former minister dismissed the allegation, insisting that neither he nor anyone acting on his behalf attempted to influence the judge. We are compelled to respond and categorically say that no one from Abubakar Malami's legal team, family, council, or office ever attempted to approach or contemplated approaching the Honorable Court or the presiding judge for any favor whatsoever. Any insinuation to the contrary is false, reckless, and deliberately misleading, the statement reads. Malami stressed that as a senior advocate of Nigeria and former chief of law officer of the Federation, he fully understands and respects the sanctity of the judiciary, adding that Justice Nwite's reputation for integrity is well known. According to the comments attributed to the judge during proceedings, were not directed at him or any of the defendants, but were routine judicial warning issued to all counsel and litigants. In fact, to cut the whole story short, the proper place to prove allegations is in the courtroom, not in the media, he said, adding, no bribe was offered, no judge was approached, and no attempt was made to compromise the court. Earlier on Wednesday, Justice Nwite warned lawyers and litigants involved in this case, attempting to approach him for any form of favor. I want to admonish and warn counsels and litigants that they should know the type of court they are appearing before. All judges are not the same, irrespective of my familiarity with you. When I am dealing with any case, do not approach me, the judge warned. Justice Nwite said that lawyers could only serve their clients through diligent legal representations, not through backdoor contracts or personal appeals. The EFCC is prosecuting Malami, his wife, Hajiat Bashir Asabe, and their son Abubakar Abdulaziz Malami over alleged money laundering that is involving in billions of naira. The last but not the least, court orders interim forfeiture of 57 Malami-linked properties to Fulani government. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the interim forfeiture of 57 landed properties suspected to be process of unlawful activities linked to Abubakar Malami, SAN, the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to the Fulani government of Nigeria. Justice Emeka Nwite granted the forfeiture order on Tuesday following an ex parte application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), represented by his lawyer Ekele Ihanacho SAN. A certified true copy (CTC) of the ruling was cited by newsmen on Wednesday. According to the court order, the multi-billion naira properties believed to be proceeds of unlawful activities are situated in Abuja, Kebbi, Kano, and Kaduna states. It is hereby ordered that an interim order of this honorable court is hereby made forfeiting to the Fulani government of Nigeria the properties described in Schedule 1 below, which are reasonably suspected to be proceeds of unlawful activities, Justice Nwite declared in his ruling. In the same ruling, the judge directed that the interim forfeiture of order be published in a national daily newspaper, inviting any persons or bodies who may have interest in the properties listed in the schedule to come forward within 14 days to publication to showcase why a final forfeiture order should not be made. This process, known as a no-cost directive, allows interested parties to file objections or lay claims to vested interest in the properties before the court considers a final forfeiture judgment. Justice Nwite adjourned the matter until January 27 for a report of compliance with the court directives. The assets include luxury duplex at Amazon Street, plot number 3011 within cadastral zone A06, Maitama, file number which was purchased in December of 2022 at 500 million naira value after enhancement. A lot of the properties here, but we're not going to be reading it one after the other because it might take all of our time. But in conclusion, we understand that Malami, his wife Hajia Asabe, and his son Abubakar Abdulaziz are currently facing an alleged 8.7 billion naira money laundering charge before Justice Nwite. And I see how they caught this thing. Malami have case of 212 billion, but then they cut them. The last time I read it was 9 billion. Now they have reduced this to 8.7 billion. That's how they will keep on cutting this until now they will tell you that Malami is answering a case of 1 billion that they overbloated the whole thing. You understand me? Out of proportion. God have mercy. If you believe them on your own peril. A government of propaganda, a government of lies and deceit, a government that have nothing good to offer to their own people. Their country is burning while their president is crossing leg, drinking coffee, and even doing Maigrimont in France with his wife, his husband, Emmanuel Macron. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Make I just come back break here, and I will hear many more of this in our next video. Make sure you you like, share, comment, to keep subscribing. More of these videos will be dropping on your doorstep at every point in time. Please follow us on all our social media handles. And as you do that, my God must surely follow you to solve all your problems. I repeat, emphasis on all your problems. And at this juncture, I rest my case on God. Ka Chineke mezie okwu.